the shooting range, better hope you're not astray. They'll cheat you and deceive you, yeah, they'll smile right to your face. They're getting bolder. They're getting bolder. There's moonshine in the daytime. Don't come here looking for a gold mine. The best you can do is strike silver. Luck is a lady, try not to kill her. Welcome to Silver Town now. There's no leaving Silver Town now. Welcome to Silver Town now. There's no leaving Silver Town now. Hear a sound drop to the ground, your mouth is running strange. I told you, yeah, I told you, never keep your Christian name. They're getting bolder. Yeah, they're getting bolder. Candy cane don't taste the same, but sugar in the air. Lost in the desert, you can't keep on water the bags and lady. I think you caught her. Welcome to Silver Town now. There's no leaving Silver Town now. Welcome to Silver Town now. There's no leaving Silver Town now. Welcome to Silver Town now. There's no leaving Silver Town now. Welcome to Silver Town now. There's no leaving Silver Town now. Welcome to Silver Town now.
Konnichiwa, Minagawa. It's me, Gakatsueki, and I'm your furry Vtuber representative, and this is Hogwarts Legacy. If you're wondering why I was just sitting there not saying anything, keep wondering. I definitely didn't say anything important. So, we left off, hold on, what was his name? Shoot. The goblin that's helping us out. Oh, Jesus. Hold on, I gotta get his name. Oh my goodness, what was his... Son of a bitch. Okay, so... I hate that I can't remember his name, but the goblin... Let's see. I trained the birds... I have trained the birds and land on the roof to bring me psychedelic toads in exchange for a warm place to put their nest. I am high as fuck. So long as you don't make too much dang noise up there with your toads and whatnot. I guess it is okay. But 47 months, that's too long. Thank you very much. So the goblin that we have been getting to help us to battle against to stand against Ranrock. Almost 3 years, yeah, pretty much 3 years at this point. 12, no, way more than 3 years. Yeah, 4, yeah, almost 4 years. Jesus Christ, how long have I been doing this? So we found out that he might have been in a relationship with hold on. Hold on. Okay, so who's the human and who's the goblin? Ranrock, Lobgok. Okay, no. Okay, so Lobgok is the one that's helping us out. But who's the goblin? Who's the human? Because there is a very uncomfortable team up between the goblins and humans on the dark wizard side. The dark wizards and the goblins are teaming up, but it's a very uneasy alliance. Rookwood is the guy. Ranrock is the goblin, right? Or is it the other way around? It's been like two weeks since I've done any like story stuff in this. But let me see. Which one do I want to do first? See, we got a Sebastian. Okay, I had a 50-50 shot and I got it right. Rookwood is the dude. Ranrock is the goblin. Okay. Did I do Poppy? I should do Sebastian. I know Sebastian is a given, but I'm gonna go to Poppy first. You know, I'm doing all of these unforgivable curse quests, but I do not have any unforgivable curse on my hotkey in my spell slots. Okay, so where is Poppy? Where is she? She's somewhere over here. Okay. As I'm already in Hogsmeade, I might as well just go to her. That's definitely how I planned this out.
I'm well suited to Council London. I'd love a job at Gringotts if I didn't have to take one of those rickety carts round the place.
Imperios is actually really useful because you can't take over the strongest enemies instantly.
Glad you came.
I wonder where they go.
She's been wanting to talk to me. Should I actually? Because I've been avoiding this for a while for no particular reason, but it's been there. Oh no. Okay, conjuration spellcraft. Yeah, fuck that. Okay.
Over here.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think
Currently
the
watching a
collar
stream while
is
eating
precisely
sausage.
what we found at that poacher
Sausage
camp.
and chips from my local
I've never
chippy.
known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar.
You know,
Professor Fig was
sometimes,
genuinely
Mayor, I
baffled by its
appreciate
behavior.
you.
That attack
I
always
appreciate
did
it when you
strike me
do
as a little
British
strange,
things.
seemingly
Because
coming out of
sometimes
nowhere.
you don't seem
Surely you aren't
very
suggesting
British,
that the collars
but other
somehow
times you seem
control the
very
poor
British,
creatures.
and I
Exactly.
appreciate it sometimes
No,
when you're very British.
I don't
so
think the
thank
dragon
you for
we
that.
set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
Have we done enough for her? This dragon does nothing but take and take. What is she gonna do for us? We should check on
That's
her.
a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
I'd have fish if it wasn't almost 15 pounds? For some fried fish? What the hell? Fish has gotten expensive. Mayor, you live in an island nation. Fish should be like the cheapest meat you can possibly get. Out of everything, like seriously. Fish should be like the least expensive thing for a place like Great Britain. You should be like surrounded on all sides by fish. They should be trying to get rid of it. Of all things. Are you importing fish now? It's to do with Ranrock.
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
But I
Goodness.
just did.
Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details.
We were
In
surrounded
fact,
for
I should
centuries
probably
though,
be
so we
going.
overfished.
I'd like to track that dragon
That's
down as
what
soon
it
as I
is.
can.
Now we gotta go further out. That actually makes a lot of
I'll
sense.
let you know when I have news
That's
of her
unfortunate.
location.
Took a bit too much advantage of nature's bounty. Let's see, so there wasn't actually a quest there, that was just a conversation. Okay. So now I'm gonna talk to Natty.
Whatever my task,
Her mother doesn't like her going out on adventures, so she banned her from that. But
toadstool tail.
we are children, and we are want to not listen to our parents anyway. And oh yeah, her mom is the divination teacher, so Natty kind of resents her for using her divination to control her. You gotta remember, we've been around for many centuries.
Are
Days
you ready
before
to
Christ.
put an end to Harlow?
You're almost 300. It's true. That is true. But fish breed. There should be more now. But if you're saying you're overfished, then you caught
I'm
too
ready to do
many
what's
fish
needed
for
to
them
take
to
Harlow
fuck.
down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mrs. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
But also,
Alright.
you weren't
I suggest that you speak with
you
each of
weren't
them
Great
while I
Britain
head to the Hogshead.
before.
I saw some ash wine.
You
this
weren't
evening,
Great Britain BC.
And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead,
You
she's
were-
less
you were
likely to learn
different
of my
people before
activities than
then.
if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
And Rome showed up. Rome showed up and did some things. And then the Vikings showed up and did some things, and Rome left and the Vikings stayed. And then different Vikings showed up and did some more things to the older Vikings. and then you became Great Britain. Great Britain has a complicated history. Tribes of people exist on the island. On the island, there's always been someone. Well, you could say the same thing about us. The same thing is true of the U.S. Let's see, where can I find them?
Where am
'Cause
I
I
to
was
find
not
these
listening
friends of
to you,
his?
Natty.
I do not know about Mr. Rabe,
Not
but his
anymore for
wife,
you.
Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What am I hoping to learn from them?
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very
Google
well.
Bickle's friends.
I'll speak with them, see
What
what I
is
can learn.
this?
I knew I
What is
could
this
rely on you.
shit-eating grin I
We
have
need to
on my
know
face?
how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Hey! How's Rookwood blackmailing you? Tell me! What does he know? Who are they?
Glad you came.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Mrs. Rabe. You have a very unfortunate name.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow.
Kids' Choice
I'm a
Awards
friend
just
of the
put out
Bickles and I'm trying to
nominations
gather
people
evidence against him.
Poor Joanna
you
and
vote
little
for the
Archie.
favorite male artist.
And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean?
I haven't
Why?
taken notice of the Kids'
I'm a
Choice
security
Awards
guard at Gringotts.
ever since
And my
I
husband
stopped
is a
being a
curse breaker
kid.
for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues
Right below
into
Kendrick
giving him
Lamar
treasures from the
Drake.
vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I
Well,
thought
he's
they'd
not
given
like
up
us.
until I came home one night and found my husband gone and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Drake would be quite the choice for a Kids' Choice Award. According to Kendrick, it would be the other way around. If it was the Drake's Choice Awards, the kids would win. Nickelodeon and Drake name a worst duo to be near kids. It's almost like they didn't understand the song. It's almost like they didn't know what the song actually meant. Why would Harlow take your husband, not you?
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you given Harlow any information about Gringotts?
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Does the note confirm kidnapping?
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
The daisies. Yes, that's the definite proof that we needed. Okay.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Oh, you don't know how many goblins and dark wizards I've killed. Mrs. Rabe, we do hope you will reconsider helping us with our banking needs. We've given you ample time to reach a decision on your own, but we are beginning to lose our patience. We know your husband would appreciate it if you were to see the value in our working together. She will expect a response by week's end. Best to keep this between us, if you understand our meeting. You're not very good at this mafia business, are you? You see the video I posted in the NSFW channel? I have not.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Okay, she was the only one in here. I might be going to Agabus Filbert.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Okay, I had a 50-50 shot and I blew it.
But please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
Did I just rob this man?
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help
The
him.
original
He stared at me
you-know-who.
for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months.
Congratulations!
I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
So he's stealing from a haberdasher right now? About the
Could
note.
you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
How are you hiding the extortion?
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this
Cooking
bodes
the
well for my
books.
efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
Mr. Hill seems like a fair man. Can you tell him?
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for
Thank
talking
you for
with
telling
me.
me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns.
So,
Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the
So
last
did
of
he
Mr.
not
Bickle's
have
friends.
the note? A cat disappeared in front of me. Must be pet. Cat. Oh.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
I've seen you around before.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might
Can't
speak with
believe
you
you had a
about your
crush on the
dealings with
experiment
Theophilus
angel as
Harlow.
a kid.
I hope
Dude,
to ease Mrs.
did you ever
Bickle's
see that
mind by gathering
episode?
evidence against him.
Tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me.
If you had seen it, you would
I feared
understand.
Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
You were wise to speak out. Yeah, I didn't feel anything about her like that. Am I the weird one? Am I the weird one for wanting for having feelings for the alien koala? When I say it out loud, probably yes.
If you had spoken out against him, as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife,
Not everyone has plot
Dulcibella,
armor
passed
like
away,
me.
she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully
thing.
bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having
You're
spoken
a
out against
femboy
the
funk species
Neanderthals that
playing a Harry
comprised
Potter
Bookwood's
game
lot.
set in the Victorian
Before I
era as
knew
a
it,
black
I'd
trans
been
wizard.
petrified.
Yes, you are the
And Harlow
weird
was
one.
rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry with its exquisite gold plating. I watched.
You don't have to
helplessly,
spell it all
lying
out like
there in my
that, but yes,
entranceway as he walked away
everything
with
you
the
said
book,
is true.
laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help.
Great. I'm gonna pass it on to
Harlow
one
does
of my
not like
fellow
people talking,
fellow
as you
children.
already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Hopefully she didn't get disappeared by the time I'm done. By the time I get there. Your wizard's pronouns are Avada Kedavra. Isn't that?
When you find a good opportunity, it's wise to seize it with both hands. An
Oh my
honest
god, Natty, you have a twin.
That's my creed. Oh, I have a terrible
Those that go to Africa. Good thing the ministry
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Was that actually her running by me?
Never seen so many balloons.
Natty must be around here somewhere.
Hey, have you seen an African girl come through here. I'm just gonna rob you right quick.
If it means it's got half a chance.
Natty's wand.
Oh boy.
She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Footprints. She was taken this way. Through the bar. Out front.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Oh, jeez. The one game where that wouldn't be, where that's not a glitch. He just apparated straight to the.
Revelio.
Hengist of Woodcroft certainly knew how to plan a city.
See.
The
He
tails
went-
and beetle the
I
birds.
need water. Oh, thank you. I do need some water. Thank you for keeping me
Natty must have
hydrated.
been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio!
I need to pull this.
A hidden door.
A hidden door.
Natty must have been taken this way.
Do the
I
me.
need to find her quickly. Revelio.
I'm making so much money today.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Why not?
How did I get mixed up in this? Doing rubbish?
It's not gonna work. Using that girl as bait, Hamlet's coming for her. We'll just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Only a Hogwarts student.
What?
He'd better notice is all I can.
People don't want me to steal their valuables. They better get a really good look.
You know what? I sympathize with that. Yeah, just
Can't
get a.
believe we're forced to work with these goblins.
These damn goblins.
Where are your guts for garters? What a silly threat.
I used to be stationed near Irondale with Selwyn. We may be working with the goblins for now, but soon they'll be answering to us.
I'm going to. I've put nothing into stealth. Yeah, might as well. There's no limit to it.
Brockborough's always a treasure trove. Never failed to fill the sacks. Well, that's me, of course.
What are you, shy? I've seen more courage in a Porlock. Now to finish the job. Expulsion!
So much for not being seen.
Expulsion!
Oh! Child down. Child was killed. I was not expecting him to detect me that quickly as I walked by. Equipping better gear will help you to suck. Not as much.
Protego!
Whoops, sorry.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Only an Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come here alone.
Using that girl as bait, no one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Did I already spend that talent point, or do I need to do it again? Okay, I need to do it again. Let's see. Let me actually do this one.
Oh, so tired.
Let's finish this job and be done with it. Waste of time.
I don't mind breaking a few bones if there's a few galleons in it for me. What?
You saw nothing.
More times than I can count.
They're incapable of defending themselves.
I don't trust Ranrock, I'll tell you that. He'll tell on us first chance he gets.
If I likes it, I takes it.
That was a good haul. It's always a pleasant surprise when, well, when there are no surprises.
Why is a mouse round here? Can't say I mind.
Can't say I mind. Quiet as a mouse.
I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever. Rookwood's gone mad.
You are as dear to me as
I
an
may go to
augury,
Hogsmeade later.
whose
There are
voice
some
foretells of
trouble.
the
They need
coming
to be
rain.
reminded that
You are
we're
as
still
loved by
running
me as a
things.
crop could be, whose loyalty
You
is
remember
true in
the
pain.
first life you took?
You have cast a spell
Can't
over
say
my
I
heart,
do.
a
What
wonder
if a
not
period
undone.
is pointed?
You have charmed me from the very start. You have
Not
always
my
been the
fault
one.
if a customer's
Just the
keeps
bed
the
I
fine
feel,
print.
birds.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Afraid to face me?
Oops. There's a lot going on here.
Had enough?
Get my...
Stupid one. Accio.
Whoa! Get out of there.
Accio.
I want to look up.
Quite conductive, huh? Expulsion! I quit
Ouch.
now. Why you still expulsion?
Accio.
Trying to lift you up, but you're too fat. Awesome. What did he say? What was that about making sure that I wasn't seen?
We shall bombard.
No!
I see you.
I hope so.
Don't worry. Expulsion.
Wait till Sebastian hears about this. An Ashwinder.
Would that really be news at this point? I think we both killed a bunch of Ashwinders already. I got an unidentified hand item. It is always more fun to just fight wizards head on in this game. Sneaking almost never works for me. Frog choir stand. Which of the Scooby game would you say is the worst? Scrappy Doo. That's like the easiest answer in the world. But if you're talking about the worst besides Scrappy Doo, I don't know. I kind of guess I might lean towards Daphne, because I'm not sure what she actually brings to the table. My darling Otto, I have read your last letter over and over, and I'm certain to read it again each hour until we are able to meet. Jeez, all these people are down bad. I dread the notion I will not see you soon, but I am not without hope. I long for the day that our engagement can be shared with those whom we love, especially my dear father. I do not wonder at your wanting to wait until you are more settled, my love, and I know that you are doing all you can to ensure that such a situation is within your grasp. Please allow me to say that these past months of being unable to share publicly the feelings which exalt me to the utmost pinnacle of happiness have been an existential challenge indeed, and now I am off to read your letter once more. Yours affectionately, Rosie. You need a hobby.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
I'm not going to. I'm going to put it in the school newspaper.
Natty must be here somewhere.
I don't even know where she is. I hear her voice, but I'm not sure where it's coming from. I say Scooby Shaggy at least gives advice on his plans. Daphne, if you forgot in later versions, like mid-2000s, learns karate. Velma has investigation skills and science. Fred's really into traps. But Scooby is like the emotional center of the team. You can't get rid of Scooby.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed.
You
and
look
there's an
like
anti-apparition jinx on the cells.
You look like
Even
you
Natty's
are
skill
on
with
the
wandless
cusp
magic
of a
cannot free
scoop.
us. I need you to find my
Scooby is
wand.
literally an alien who
mine.
doesn't really do anything
We'll find
for the
yours
team.
together once you're out
Whatever
of
he
there.
does is
I
because
need my
Shaggy
wand
is
for
also
this.
there.
Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly. And we
What
cannot
is this
risk detection.
vendetta you have
shall do
against
my best.
Scooby?
Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Revelio.
Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there.
Alohomora.
I wonder somewhere in this room. I can tell.
Give me a second, dude.
Mr. Rabe's wand must be nearby if he can sense it from his cell.
Can you give me a second to open the lock?
He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Oh, that was... I thought that was gonna be a lot more dramatic. He said just opened the door.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You
Oh,
go
boy.
ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Yeah, we
Very
don't
well.
want to be permanently
But be careful.
separated.
Thank you, my young friend.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
They must die. And the way out of the Ashwinders hideout, I mean, that would be the way we came in, right? Well, the way I came in, anyway. Oh, wait, it was up here. Wasn't that? No, it wasn't up here. But doesn't Scooby like sniff things out? Like he's a dog, so he has to smell things, right? That's usually what the dog does. No, not really.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow
If
once
he's smelling
and for all.
if he's smelling anything, it's a food court. Yeah, both him and Shaggy run away a lot.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
The Ashwinders kidnapped a student and you did nothing about it. The authorities haven't been much help. I'm just gonna call her out right now.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations.
Well, then can
I
you do
must
some of those
insist
things?
that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
I mean,
My
you
mother
murdered
will
them
not
all
like
in that building already.
Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
She doesn't need to know that. She doesn't even know that yet.
I have some promising pressing news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
Okay. See, I'll save that for later. Poached egg. That is a terrible joke. Let's see. Hey Jacob, how are you doing? Hey, where is he? Okay, he's back at Hogwarts. He is in... No, that's the main quest. Smashing in this catacomb. Where would he be? The AI. When did I get this clipboard thing? It's because you clip the most. You make the most clips on my channel. So you were given an award. But you've been there for a long time, even before they started doing that. But thank you for all the clips. I need to start using them, honestly. The AI Vader made a tier list of races. What is the number one race? I'm curious.
Resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Gonna break out my Thestral.
Ah, there you are.
Away!
Away! Probably white. Ironic considering Vader's voice has always been a black man. Yeah, but Vader doesn't know that.
Up for a bit of dying, are we?
Climb! But what if the AI took that into account? What if the number one race is black?
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
Down.
Let's go.
Nope. Wait a minute. Up for a bit of dying, are we? Oh, there we go. Okay. Aha, I'm taking your shit, Nifflers. But why? Okay, why does... I gotta know, why does Fortnite have an AI Vader in the first place?
Nice to see you here.
What was the original purpose of that?
You're here. Good. Sebastian, that relic you mentioned,
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
He has also sworn, said multiple slurs, threatened to kill someone in real life, said Pride Month is for the delusional, kill people on his team because they called him daddy. Said Spanish is the language smugglers use. Asked someone if they like Chun-Li's ass in the race tier list thing. Okay, but what was the purpose of the AI in the first place? What was the original purpose? Was there anything else?
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
Let's explore the catacomb.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't.
I didn't see that blind bitch
Good.
anywhere.
Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
He's probably hiding behind a tree right now or something. So you can have Vader as a temporary teammate you can actually talk to. They somehow got permission to use James Earl Jones' voice, which is obviously AI because he's dead. I think maybe LucasArts or Disney owns that voice, owns the rights to his voice, which is one of the most dystopian things ever. Just let the man rest in peace, Jesus. But why put an AI language model in there anyway? Just have some pre-done voice lines like normal. I think James Earl Jones gave permission to use his voice like that before he died. I would not have done that if I were him. but that's his choice, I suppose. His body, his choice. Because it actually talks to you, it's cool. Yeah, but then I guess maybe it could have it be like vaudeville. The catacomb assignment yielded more than I had imagined. Learning about our ancestors was illuminating. However, I stumbled upon something else I could not ignore. In an area behind the great room which has suffered decay, amid the turned-over sarcophagi, I discovered an oddly shaped relic. Immediately, I sensed its power. I would be thrilled to study the relic further if only the removal of objects was allowed. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. But who could have foreseen in the team based well, not the team based but the battle royale game marketed towards young kids, who knew that the children would misuse the AI language model to make the AI say racist things. I mean, Vader was a fascist. Yes, he was. If anyone would be racist, it would be him.
What lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Liar! You betrayed me. You led him straight to me.
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Dude, I just murdered a bunch of Ashwinders. Spiders! Always spiders.
At least now we know it's alone in here.
Perhaps that was it.
Okay.
And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
I mean, they aren't. What is that?
Opening all of these is tempting.
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified. This room is taller than it looks.
Very true.
Wingardium Leviosa.
There was another one. Hey, was that the only one? Huh. Okay, if you say so.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Revelio.
I just landed right on top of him. What was that explosion earlier?
Bombarda. Potato. Stupefy. Confringo. Stupefy. Accio.
It means the higher level would be harder to defeat. Yeah, but I'm pretty much a badass now, so I need Depulso.
Lumos. Lumos.
I did not mean to do that.
Revelio. Depulso.
Depulso.
Accio.
No? I'm trying to... Oh. I need to set this on fire.
Confringo. Accio.
Or... Oh, that's what was being burned. That's what the explosion was. Dust. Spider Fang. I forget where... Okay. This was the door I just opened.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
Always spiders in these tombs.
Potato. Accio.
Ow. You stupid bastard.
All this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems. Often cave-ins.
And then were abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine, though.
What was the point of coming in here? To get a stylish blazer?
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. There's something here by the altar.
Do I have to Reparo the skeleton? Does Reparo work that well?
Reparo.
Nope, Reparo does not work that way. Do I just need to get rid of them?
Depulso.
Guess who they're adding to Dead by Daylight next month? Wait, do I know this? Freddy Fazbear. Wait, I feel like I heard about this somewhere. Springtrap? I foolishly mentioned the relic in my report and was reminded to leave it where it lay. But research must come before my fealty to the rules. I said something about this relic. Sorry, I'm very... They're adding... He's obvious. They're adding Geralt. Oh yeah, I did hear about that somewhere. Maybe from you guys. Research must come before my fealty to the rules. I said something about this relic. I was told that those chosen by English oak wands have powerful intuition. I believe it. Therefore, when no one was looking at acting, I conjured 2 barricades to isolate the relic. Ancestors forgive me, but I used their very bones as the key. I plan to return to it. But first, I must ready myself for our next assignment, learning the Imperious Curse. The spell is said to serve well against enemies.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
I'll get started.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
I found a spider. Is this a clue?
Bombarder. We can find a way through.
We're in the tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory.
Let's go, Chads!
Accio.
10 gold. And emerald silk robe. That seems unnecessarily expensive. Very eerie sounds.
The student mentioned bones as the key. Therefore, bone piles must be what we need.
Can I depulso? Well, there's a pile of bones here. Can I Wingardium Leviosa them?
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
I'm not quite understanding the puzzle.
Reparo. Wingardium Leviosa.
Lots of bone rattle.
Okay, I gotta put them there. Like this. And then this one.
Wingardium Leviosa.
This one I can't move. It's stuck. Oh shoot. Hold on.
Depulso.
Did I just wedge it
Wingardium
further?
Leviosa. Revelio.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wingardium Leviosa.
What is this? Wait.
Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Oh, God. Okay.
Wingardium Leviosa.
I can't move the bones. Oh, son of a gun. Oh no. Okay. Hold on a second. If I quit and reload. Maybe if I save there. Or maybe if I go all the way back here.
What did you find?
Okay. Let's start
Looks
from
like
here.
part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this
Wingardium Leviosa.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
Your work ever give you a big bottle of half-empty lemonade from the event room that had gone flat?
If this archway's been barricaded, we can find a way through.
We're in the tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory.
Is lemonade normally carbonated where you are? Because it's not here. Technically, lemonade is always flat.
Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
And this should be another one.
Accio.
There. Nope. Sorta. We have a carbonated version, which is a more common version. Interesting. And here, lemonade is almost never carbonated. The standard is just like water, lemon juice, and sugar.
Wingardium Leviosa.
What do I actually need to do for this puzzle? I got all the bone piles. But I don't want them to get stuck like before.
Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
Oh, Homework gave me a 2-liter bottle, so I have about 1 liter. Cool. Hey, free lemonade. Flat or no, that's a win.
Reparo.
Reparo is almost never useful.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay, now it decides to work.
The student mentioned bones as the key. Therefore,
Wingardium
bones
Leviosa.
must be what we need.
Working on it, Sebastian. We're gonna just put this here. Okay, there we go. This is to put the archway together.
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Shut the fuck up, Sebastian.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Oh, what a surprise, Sebastian. You know this unforgivable curse. How do you know about it? Let me just ask a stupid question.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Of course. Yes, I
It's
like
probably
to learn.
wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master.
Why is it a 4?
Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Something troubling. Uh-oh.
Revelio. Potato. Stupid.
I put all my unforgivable curses here. Because it's fantastic. Let's destroy the spider's habitat.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Accio.
That worked. Keep going. This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with ruins.
Bombarda.
You have to pull them in a certain order. No. Air, water, earth, fire.
Accio.
Yeah, okay. So it needs to be, they need to be pulled in a certain order. It would appear.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Just gonna leave those
Reparo.
Nope, that's the wrong
Wingardium
thing.
Leviosa.
They don't want to move. Okay, so that was two. Not quite enough bones. Not enough bones. Like, you gotta be kidding me. You could, like, stretch those across a little bit and complete the archway. You lovely person. Okay. Okay, so I see the symbols in between. So is it
Accio.
that this? Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. That's what it was. That's all it was.
Wingardium Leviosa.
It's telling me which one. Getting these skeletons to move properly is more difficult than it should be. Just... what are you doing? There we go.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Sebastian, I like you less and less every day.
I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Do you want to live here, Sebastian? Ouch. Venomous matriarch. Spiders do have venom, not poison. They have like
For a moment there, I
neurotoxin, just
thought
like
that had
snakes
never
do.
ended.
That sounded like a statement, but it was a question.
Bombarda.
It's been a while since I've watched Animal Planet.
Accio. Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
Revelio.
Lost relic illustration. A pyramid.
Sebastian, the relic. Look.
The relic contains abundant potential.
Could it be?
Its possibilities could benefit not only Wizard Khan but the world. But the dark sacrifice involved to realize this intent may be too great. Until we know more, please do not remove this relic. Oh boy. Sebastian?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea, but we're here for the relic.
We should leave it alone, Sebastian.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft.
Oh boy.
I must
Sebastian
keep this relic secret.
is gonna be dead
especially
within
for
the
my
hour.
uncle.
Oh my god, Sebastian. A cursed relic in the back of a tomb. Oh look!
Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
Oh boy.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
Let's talk to Sebastian.
You're right. This seems far riskier
think
than
Ominous is in
Sebastian
the right
realizes.
with this.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late.
After this, no more.
Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Oh, you will, Ominous.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Yeah, Sebastian is gonna stop here. It's not like Slytherin's the House of Ambition. And the thing I know most about ambitious people is that after a while they just decide to stop.
Confringo!
That and there's another curse you've yet to unlock. That too. There's 2 curses that I haven't unlocked. You haven't finished that one yet, Sebastian? Come on. There we go. Got stuck in a wall. not running on a lot of brain power today. I did not get a lot of sleep last night.
Revelio.
Is there another? Oh, this is a cairn.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian.
We had a wedding party.
You have my word.
We had a wedding party venue at work today. Cool. We have...
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just
We
doesn't
have a lot of
understand.
those at the hotel.
And I didn't want to worry him all over again.
I'm sure that music doesn't signify anything. Let the tomb can sense that the relic is leaving. It's definitely not that.
As we were leaving,
Are there a
Ominous
lot of
wouldn't
people
even
that want to get
acknowledge
married
me.
at the zoo?
That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
Ambition. Unchecked ambition that can only lead to destruction. Oh wait, I can just go straight there. Oh, I can't teleport right now because I'm on a quest, and I also can't use my Thestral, so I have to hoof it.
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her. Oh no, this isn't good.
Oh.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet.
Oh boy. That's why we can't teleport. The flue flames are on fire.
Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
That was meant for me. Easily diverted. Potato. You will regret. Not quite.
The indicators are kind of hard to see in the daylight.
Drag this out longer than that. Who do you think you are? We're here.
I did that. I thought I Protego. I did not Protego. Oops.
Stay back! Keep out of the way! Keep out of short reach! Potato!
Why did you walk outside like that?
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable
This
curse.
is why it's banned.
From that
because
damn
you can
book,
do
no
shit
doubt.
like that.
Your father
I
would
mean,
be
obviously.
ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
Thank you.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
In all honesty, like, you could have used, like, literally any other spell to kill the goblin. You could have used any other spell, Sebastian, but you chose to use one of the unforgivable curses. You could have hit him with Confringo, you could have Acioed, you could have Expelliarmus the axe out of his hand. But no, you decided to use one of the unforgivable curses just to make things more complicated. It may have been the wrong choice.
There was little time to react, but it was an unforgivable curse.
I acted in the moment. That's all. I shall make my uncle see reason. He cannot banish me from my own home, from my sister.
Don't go full Andrew,
May I speak to him?
Sebastian.
Perhaps I
Never
can help
go
to ease
full
the tension a
Andrew.
bit. You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Yeah, he's not a good path. My sister belongs to me. My uncle has no right to keep me from her. Oh, might as well Reparo.
Reparo.
Difference between him and Andrew is he doesn't want to fuck his sister. As far as we know. As far as we know. The shop has been abandoned. Hi. You don't like me very much either.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
He did go too far. But he did save his sister. That's the most
Sebastian and
important
I have
thing.
encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic, even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone.
He did really
That you
go
are
too
defending
far.
Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately.
I used Cruciatus on
Why,
the spider.
Sebastian?
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Hold on. I need to actually do... Well... Should I do... Yeah. Let's save the third Keeper trial for later. The went too far line essentially says the same thing. You defend Sebastian in a different way. So either way, I would have been cast out along with him. This might be the last thing that we do today. The third trial is actually super fun and completely different than the others. You should do it because it doesn't time skip.
Just because they can go to Diagon
Okay.
Abbey whenever they want doesn't make
Okay, let's do that to be. Let's do that for the last thing then. There's a mission before, so it's probably that. Then next time, third trial. Okay. Open.
Welcome back.
My eyes are down here.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
If I get
I shall
caught,
meet you in my
can I
portrait there.
tell? Can I
Until
just
then.
say like, hey, the old headmaster told me to bring it to your office? Technically.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
Hey, Professor, how do I break into the principal's office? See, there's no other quest before. Oh, there we go. Professor Fig. Let's see, let me talk to him. Where is he? He is the charms teacher.
I didn't hear anything.
She was humming again.
Professor! I need to do a breaking and entering.
I hope Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They
Okay, I
encountered
forgot
each other
about
at
that.
Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well, you'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Professor.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may
What were you planning on doing, Professor Fig?
To be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
Identity theft is not a joke, Professor Fig.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
How
He
do I
just happens
sound?
to have
Convincing. I've taken
He was
the liberty of
prepared.
transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
Shouldn't
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Let's see. Headmaster Black probably doesn't run like this. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm gonna blow this so hard.
Professor, a moment of your time, please.
Oh,
Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
Oh, really?
Why can't we talk about potions here? Seems fine to me.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
I was not really expecting this, to be honest. Let's see, wait a minute. Oh wait, do I need to go down, not up? Okay. Okay, yeah. I was reading the staircase wrong.
When I witness what passes for magic in these halls, I simply mourn for the future of the wizarding world.
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
Gareth, Mr. Weasley, what are you doing here? Don't you have somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor, yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I hear you're getting quite good at those concoctions you brew. I say, why don't you bring a sample of your next batch to my office? I'd like to give it a try. What?
Yes, sir.
Am I trying to get?
Thank you, sir.
Am I trying to get him expelled?
On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Well, there's one for my diary.
There was someone here. Oh well. What is going on here? I drank a polyjuice potion to disguise myself as the headmaster to break into his office in
Has
order
anyone seen
to.
my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
I get that. Fucking peeves.
Headmaster, here, what could you want?
Ominous.
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with Vtuber pus
20
makes a
inches.
fine
They measure
paste.
papers
Yes,
by
mustache
inches
paste.
because of scrolls.
I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you, I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
I promise you, Crafty Dragon, I need to do this so that I can complete.
Wrong with Professor Black. Dittany and Vtuber pus. Moustache paste.
I need to do this in order to complete the trial, so that I can stop.
Professor,
I can stop the wizard mafia. You? Who said a word?
Professor Black.
Oh, Kagawa.
Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kagawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And
I have no context about much of anything about this game.
Happen to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to.
What nonsense! That you would
That is
trivialize the health
unfortunate.
of the
Well, then just
students
sit
over
back and
a
enjoy the
silly game.
ride.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Please do.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
Great Hall.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better!
Yes, I'm pretty sure Professor Black does not run through the halls of Hogwarts like this.
It's the headmaster and he's coming this way.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom,
This mission
by the
and
way.
escape.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells.
Zesty
Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as
I've
that
never
new
heard
fifth
of a
year
dog
seems to be.
described as
They're not
zesty.
invisible. I mean, I've seen them about. I mean, yes, sir.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children.
Yes, I hate kids.
Professor,
Oh, jeez.
a word, please.
Oh boy.
Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
And I don't miss him. The suit of armor just got murdered off screen. Is it the one that's always humming?
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never understand that now.
There should be some kind of spell that prevents the use of polyjuice potion.
Breathing room?
There should be some kind of spell that prevents the use of polyjuice potion on school grounds. Oh yeah, I can't use spells when I'm doing this.
Scrope's as hard a worker as any house elf.
Scrope!
Oh,
Scrope.
Greetings, Master.
Why are you missing an ear? Oh my god.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even
You
Master
can actually
himself.
use spell.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
We're trying to use Revelio.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's to do with strength. It has to do with my family's reign. It's to do with purity of blood. I think it's purity of blood. My heart tells me purity of blood. This would seem like the kind of thing that would be his family's motto. Purity because they're supremacists.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh. But Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well.
You French. The French.
Ha! Thank you.
Your father smelled of
this
elderberries.
conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
Uh-oh.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Oh boy. Wait. Wait, what? Wait, what? You can make everything Ravenclaw. I can make everything Ravenclaw. What do you mean by that? By making... Oh, by interacting with the thing the alpha's at. 500 points to Ravenclaw.
Ahem. Attention, students. I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the elegant banners of Ravenclaw. I shall be taking no questions at this time. Or ever.
Ravenclaw forever. The best house.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
See, I did like that quest.
Off on another adventure, are we?
I did like that quest, but I wish that we had had more interactions with Professor Black, because we've only ever spoken to him like maybe once or twice up until this point. I feel like it would have been better. It would have been better if we had had more interactions with him. Like if we have gotten into some trouble and Headmaster Black came up to us and was like, "Hey, you need to stop doing that shit." Because as it is, all you have to go on is based on that one interaction and what other people have said about him on a spattering of occasions. Black was sort of a wasted character. Yeah, all you really know about him is that he's an asshole. Based on the one time you've spoken to him and based on what a couple of other people have said about him, but you don't really get to see it much yourself. That quest would have been a lot better if you had spent more time talking to him. An asshole and a wizard supremacist. You don't even really see the supremacy part about him either. I mean, I just kind of figured that he was a supremacist because he's an asshole. I mean, not all assholes are supremacists, but all supremacists are assholes. So, yeah, you don't really know much about him. I've already looted the heck out of this place. And I was doing something else. That is a true statement of many things. The armor just keeps getting murdered, but he keeps humming though. The constant murder does not stop him from his true calling, humming.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password.
Staircase leads to the headmaster's office is guarded by an enchanted gargoyle that will only let those who know the password enter. Though anyone choosing to visit the current occupant of the office is difficult to fathom. Okay, so I will not be accessing the office. Instead, I will end things here for today, and we will continue with the third quest tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, next time. Tomorrow and next time, same thing. But the next time that I'll be streaming, it will be Monday at 12 o'clock EST in the noon. 12 noon EST, Monday, 12 noon EST. So join me for that. We will be playing 9 Souls. Not this game. We will be playing the platforming Tao Punk cat game. Cat with the sword and a bow and the tentacle tree. Join me for that, won't you? But until then, thank you all so much for joining me. I'm sorry that I was so tired today. But I will be better by Sunday. I will sleep for at least 1 hour between now and Monday. So thank you. But until then, thank you all so much for joining me. Please follow if you haven't already so you do not miss out on all of this awesome content. And until next time, Ja Mata. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Enjoy your weekend. Don't murder anybody unless they're an Ashwinder.